Can I get a... All right, everybody. Can I get a A in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Hey! What's up, everybody? We are back. Episode 7, 2 a.m. This is your boy, Logan.
This is Zaid.
And Said.
Welcome back, everybody.
Welcome.
Thank you for joining us once again on the 2 a.m. podcast. Tonight we got a whole myriad of things to talk about. A lot of topics to go over.
Yes. A lot of spicy shit.
Should we start it off with a banger, or shall we save it more towards the end or the middle?
Well, I think we should start off with a banger, to be honest, because I'm a little too excited here.
Why not?
Tonight we are presenting you a little segment that we like to call CSI Epstein.
Oh my God.
Tonight we will be reviewing the case files, the hard cold facts, and figuring out the truth as to what really happened. We're going to get to the bottom of this investigation if it kills us.
We are going to expose the meme of Jeffrey Epstein.
Oh,
Yes.
all right, so
Yes, indeed.
I feel like a little bit of a background is in order to get the ball rolling.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even really know what he did, to be honest with you. And I don't think he knew what he really did either, except like running kids, right?
Yeah, but we do know he didn't kill himself. That's for sure.
We're figuring that out. That's the CSI part.
Well, listen. This is the only background information I have. Apparently, him and Bill Clinton flew on private planes to some unspecified island. I don't know where it is. But from what I've heard, there were some shenanigans going on.
I got a little fact check. So, I'm not entirely sure about where the flights were headed to. It's known and it has been documented that Bill Clinton has flown with Jeffrey Epstein 26 times, allegedly 28. Multiple times to the private island that he used to own, which I believe he got as a gift, and was also, running a pedophilia ring through. And allegedly, there's a lot of other famous celebrities and other high-up authorities that have all visited the island. And those are the rumors.
Makes you think.
Yeah, but those are the rumors.
I feel like it's kind of a fact at this point, right? Like,
Yeah,
most
but
people know about it.
I guess. Yeah.
Yeah. Right?
28 times, man. What are you doing with Bill Clinton 28 times?
I don't know,
They don't
man.
play tennis. They're not active.
I heard he knows the secret to mint chip chocolate ice cream, dude. Like, I think 28 times is not enough. That's for sure.
Jesus Christ.
The lizard people are having their sacrifices.
Did some real detective work here. really getting our nose into the case here. But
I really don't know much about the case besides the fact that there's a highly probable chance that he did not kill himself.
Yeah.
I don't think he did. Because
No, I
did
don't
you
think
hear
so
about the
either.
autopsy results that went down?
No.
So they had some like famous Hollywood surgeon, which I thought was weird, come out and do the autopsy, but he's done thousands and he's like a legitimate doctor, so it's like it's fine.
Yeah.
But when he got his results back, he saw the strangulation on the throat and he's like, yeah, that's no way. The wire was way too thin, like it was an actual like choke wire.
Yeah.
And there was like abnormal bruising.
Yeah, so it's
And
used
then-
to cut, if anything.
Yeah, not necessarily cut. There wasn't a cut. It was like a really thin, like hard-pressed line. Like it was obvious that he was being...
Yeah, that it was not a rope,
Yeah.
for sure. Yeah.
That was a corner?
Or what they were allegedly saying was I think he tied clothes together and then hung it from like his bedpost or some shit and used that to kill himself. And it wasn't even close to like clothing that was like tied up.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the cameras happened to be shut off for that pivotal 3 minutes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the guards were super incompetent for those like rapid, what was it, 20 minutes that it was off?
Yeah.
And then the footage came out 2 weeks later and then nobody believed the footage, so they protected the footage.
I'm pretty sure they got fired too, right?
I think they did, and I think they're actually going through trials and stuff like that right now for
Yeah.
incompetence or whatever it is. And then lastly, there was like a suicide note, allegedly, and it was written like, the guards treat me bad here. food sucks or something, I'm out. And that was it.
Yeah, something Jeffrey would write.
I wish I
for
could
sure.
remember what it was off the top
Of
of my head.
course.
Of course.
So, what's the verdict here, boys? What's our hunch for?
I don't think he
For this case,
killed
is it-
himself.
I don't think he killed himself either.
I don't think he did at all.
What amazes me is the fact that it just gets swept under the rug. Like, everybody knows how serious of a thing it is, but it just somehow evades, like, all, I guess, punishment.
I mean, it's kind of bad that we're talking about somebody killing themselves in this fashion, but for like how high profile of a dude Epstein was, like for how well connected he was with other people,
Yeah.
for the U.S. government, like to really kind of just go like lift up the rug and
Yeah. Just dump
get
it under
all
there.
of that dirt underneath there.
Yep.
Suspicious,
Yeah,
man.
very suspicious.
Oh my god, dude. I don't know. I feel like he must have known something. Obviously.
Yeah, and I agree with
Just,
Joe Rogan. It's like the first conspiracy that almost everybody's on board for.
Yeah.
Even the Sherman skeptic guy.
Pretty.
I forgot his full name.
I know.
Pretty much.
But yeah, I don't think he killed himself. It can't. I mean, all of the puzzle pieces connect for it to not be a suicide.
Yeah, but no one's getting in trouble for it.
Well, that's just
So
how shit
far.
normally goes, isn't it?
Yeah. Usually somebody has to take the fall.
Usually
in these
some guy
instances,
who's
from what it seems
at
like.
the bottom of the tier, you know?
Bottom of the
The guy who gets the shit end of the stick. What's on your mind, Saeed?
Yeah.
I don't know, man. I'm out here just reading about fucking Tinder and
I'm curious
Vine
about-
too.
What about Tinder specifically are you reading up?
I honestly just saw the logo here. Let me see what this is about. Huh?
Can we
Well-
are you guys all in agreement that like does Tinder make you guys uncomfortable as much as it makes me uncomfortable?
What?
Like I get that it's a great service for most people.
Tinder?
I mean, yeah. Like most people use it and seem to have no problems with it whatsoever, but I just can't get behind dating apps for some reason.
It's not even. They're masked behind dating apps. It's just a quick fuck to go. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I would agree.
yeah, straight up. You know, but apparently they just added a panic button to save users from dangerous dates.
No way.
Really?
Yeah.
So wait, so what is that? What happens when you press the danger button?
Well, it says it keeps users protected from frightening situations by keeping tabs on their meetings and times and locations as they go about their dates. So I guess it just keeps a log.
That
of all
should have been
crap.
there the first day it
Yeah.
came out.
Yeah.
Wait, are they not keeping track of where they're at all the time?
No, I don't think it's available to us. So they would know, obviously, upon request, probably.
Yeah.
But no. It says when a date is scheduled, the user will be able to share details about the meetup with Noonlight. What the fuck is Noonlight?
I don't know what Noonlight
Who will
is.
track the user's location in the real time using their phone's GPS. If a user triggers the panic button, they will receive a text from Noonlight prompting them to enter a code. So I'm assuming Noonlight is just a third-party app. Kind of.
Yeah, that connects to like the authorities or something.
Yeah.
That's a great idea.
It's kind of like that Uber protection shit where,
Yeah.
you know.
How was that not there from the beginning? You're kind of right.
But I do agree with you. It's like there's something about Tinder that's very. I can see on one hand it's very inhuman, like you don't have any of the social connection.
Yeah.
But on the other hand, I can see it as like a middleman to relationships. Because some people could discover other people whom they might connect with, although it's probably rare.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can agree with you.
It's just, I mean, we all know what Tinder's used for. It's not dating, for sure.
But like, what about? Do you know who Bobby Lee is?
Yeah.
Like, have you seen him and his girlfriend Kalila?
Oh, yeah. And then she openly admitted that she was a gold digger, pretty much.
Really?
Did she?
Yeah.
I thought she was joking.
I don't think she was joking. She played it off as she was joking. That's what it seemed like to me. It was in the middle of a podcast, too.
I don't know.
Yeah.
She doesn't seem like the type per se, but
I don't know. I mean,
my point is they met on
Yeah.
Tinder, and they've been together for like 5 years now.
I mean, they're both pretty dirty, to be honest. But
It is Bobby
Dirty.
Lee.
it is Bobby Lee.
Come
but
on,
that's
Dirty.
what makes
What
him
do you-
Bobby Lee.
What do you mean by dirty?
That's what makes him lovable, you know?
Scandalous.
How is
Well-
she dirty?
I don't know.
Yeah. What do you want to elaborate on?
Yes. So there's there's usually so Bobby Lee, as long as I've known him since Mad TV, has been like just like this dirty humored, you know.
Oh, you mean like dirty humor?
Yeah, dirty humor, kind of like just like.
Oh,
you know?
Okay.
Did you mean like not clean?
Yeah,
Not
that's
like
what I thought
morally dirty.
Oh no. Well, yeah, it could go morally dirty. I
Okay,
guess.
morally dirty,
You know
but
what
not
I mean?
physically.
or just
dirty.
or morally unusual.
Fucking semantics, man.
Yeah. But they kind of both fit the same personality.
I can
Like
see that, yeah.
I can definitely see that.
Yeah.
So kind of makes sense.
They do seem to work well together.
Yeah.
At least from the podcast standpoint.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Besides Tinder, I'm actually more interested in the Vine's successor, which is called Byte. Byte.
Ooh, and that just came out today, huh?
Yeah.
I honestly don't think it'll be as big as TikTok. I think it's going to die out beforehand.
See,
I
that's
think it's
the
possible.
interesting thing to think about. Like, is it just going to destroy TikTok, or are they going to start fighting over?
Well, I think you need to factor out many things, which is layout of the app. So if it becomes easier and nicer to use, you could technically.
From what we've experienced so far, from the few minutes of using it, I don't believe it's better set up than TikTok.
Good point.
TikTok is set up more like this is gonna sound kind of stupid, but like a social media, which it obviously is, but like Instagram, where you're always swiping through it.
Yeah.
For the Bitly or what is it called?
Byte.
Excuse me. For the Byte, taking the videos was a lot more complicated than it needed to be. It was lacking like a lot of basic features, like where you double tap on the camera and it would reverse it, so it's like front facing or back facing camera. They didn't have that installed. It was like still a button in the corner of the screen. It felt like you know what it felt like? It just felt like an app from like 2012.
It was a mission to figure out.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was just
that's the
old,
thing, is
is what
that
it
I don't
felt.
think it'll just be like overnight, like more popular or anything. But I
Yeah.
feel like there's something that's going to happen throughout these next 2 years that could possibly make it launch again.
It has to be. It's the Vine successor. Like,
Yeah.
One of the main issues people had with Vine, and I think you're going to disagree with me when I say this, is that they could only be 6 seconds. Like, obviously that allowed for a lot of creativity. Like, you needed to get very specific with your work if you wanted to create like cool, funny content or whatever.
Yeah.
But then Instagram was like, hey, we can do 10-second videos.
Yeah.
And Vine was like, oh, fuck.
Well, it depends. It kind of worked for some things. So for like comedy, it did work because you had such a limited time. So jump cutting had a great effect on comedy, I would think.
But I don't think people would do comedy the same nowadays as they would back with Vine. Have you seen the comedy on TikTok? It's bizarre.
Yeah.
Like, it makes no sense. And in most cases, they need longer than 6 seconds to do most of their work.
True.
So I think it's going to be really hard for Byte to like come full circle. And also TikTok is like, even though I don't use it, I got to give them props. It's a well-designed app. The filters are super fun to use. In my opinion, they're probably the best of any app out there.
Yeah.
In terms of like editing videos and stuff like that.
Wasn't TikTok Bitly or
It was Musically.
Musically? Okay,
Yeah.
there we go. Which is why explains why there's a lot of music shit on there.
Yeah.
imagine if that was the only thing that I guess was evidence of humanity. Just like an alien
God.
race stumbles upon Earth.
The only thing in the fucking file.
Fucking TikTok.
Oh God.
I mean, at least give us like Albert Einstein or something, but no.
Let's see what these humans are up to.
You know, just like thousands of years of physics, mathematics, everything that like makes us interesting or
Literally.
like it just displays intelligence as a
In and out.
species,
Dude,
just gone.
It's just fucking
Gone.
It's just Harambe and fucking TikTok.
It's just
Dude.
TikTok and nuts and soy sauce, dude. That's all it is.
What the hell, dude? You can't.
What in the fuck is that?
I was thinking about that the other day. I think the only thing like left of humanity, or what's going to be left, are like underground bunkers after a long period of time.
That makes the most sense in my opinion.
Like,
Yeah.
like, you know, NORAD or NORAD, however you want to pronounce it.
NORAD?
Yeah, I forget exactly what it's called, but it's a giant underground base built by the military in a mountain.
Oh shit.
Yeah, it's like one of the world's best bomb shelters.
I've seen a video of that. Is it the one that goes like, it's something insane, like 50 feet high or something?
Oh no, it's I believe it's like 60, or there's like 60 to 80 feet of solid granite surrounding every corner
Yeah.
of the spot, and the entire building was set up on a suspension system so that like it'll rock in case a bomb.
This is
Never mind.
like in the middle of like a really high mountain, isn't it? And like,
Yes.
It's outside of the United States for sure.
I'm gonna look it up really quick, but my point is, like, I watched a video where it showed how quickly buildings would deteriorate if like humans were just gone like that.
Yeah.
And within a couple thousand years, pretty much the majority of things are going to be gone.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Like, there'll still be, like, a few skyscrapers standing and
Yeah.
stuff like that, but everything else will be, like, crumbled to the ground in a couple thousand.
Yeah. I'm actually curious to know what would cause it to deteriorate if
Just
only
weather.
we were gone.
Just weather, plants surrounding on top of it, the weight of all that new growth inside the buildings, all the animals trembling
Yeah.
through it. Just
So we do affect weather and shit.
Humans?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Wow.
Really, just time is the
There's
greatest
more to
enemy.
our existence
Yeah.
than existing.
I mean, just working on I watched, and I was like learning about, in a way, it's kind of like managing Earth's weather. I forget what the exact, terraforming.
Yeah.
So the way you start with that is with microclimates. And for instance, like a lot of the United States is undergoing a process called desertification because
Yeah.
we removed a massive portion of our grazing animals. Like we killed the majority of buffalo. We don't have cows grazing anymore. We kind of keep them in pens, just super fucked up. That's a whole nother thing.
Shout out
Yeah.
to the vegans.
And then if you plant this grass and then you have like cows move over the desertified area, or yeah, I guess that's the right word, it causes new plant life to grow, which allows the water in the ground to retain and be able to grow new shit. And then you affect climate on a micro level or a small level. Do that over a big enough surface area, you affect climate on a macro level.
Isn't that
bigger
crazy?
level.
That is pretty crazy.
Yeah. So essentially, like one of the main solutions to solving climate change, and in like a small way, this is like a big factor for it, is literally just taking all of the cows we have in the United States for meat production,
Yeah.
and forcing them to graze.
What
Could
the-
actually like save.
This is something
Yeah.
both Logan and I have talked about a lot
Yeah,
in the car.
especially, this is gonna sound really stupid, but if you do it down in the Amazon, and you just get them set up so that they get a base level of grass for all the area that they fucking just mowed down and they haven't replaced whatsoever.
Jesus.
If you set them down there in 75 years, you'll have completely new growth, like 100% restored.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
Which makes the most sense. Like, how about we just live how we've always lived?
Yeah.
How about we just go back to like ancestral practices
Yeah.
and do things in a much smarter way? Like, we don't have to become cavemen, but we can combine technology with common sense.
Like to summarize it, to make it a little bit easier to digest, the Earth has a natural solution for almost everything. And I know that's a really hippy dippy answer, but back in the day, it used to just be large herd animals grazing to, till up the soil, basically. It's like these animals were Earth's farmers, always looking after the soil, making sure that it constantly kept getting rotated, and then their poop would act as fertilizer. And they would stomp out all the old dead brush to turn it into like new dirt and compost and stuff like that.
God damn.
I know, it's really smart, or it's what we need to be doing to implement it so that we could fix the problem, not tomorrow, but in the future, essentially. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We don't need Impossible Burger factories.
Yeah, we could have better beef just by letting them graze. It'll be more expensive because you have to set up fences for like thousands of miles.
Yeah.
But I mean, if you can manage to keep your cows within that fence or
It's
whatever,
what needs to be done, man.
yeah,
Like,
you get better quality beef. The cows are happier. The vegans would probably be stoked about it, and then you're also saving the earth.
and you get
Yeah,
gains,
it's like
baby.
the best possible solution all around.
Because we got solutions for cleaning the ocean right now. We can filter out the carbon dioxide in the atmosphere. It's going to be monumentally expensive.
Yeah.
Like the most expensive project in human history. It could be done. We could fix the grasslands and all that stuff.
There's a solution for everything.
Money is the problem.
And the world isn't going to shit.
And to
as
think
most
we're
would.
still in debt too. That's fucking crazy.
The number keeps climbing, by the way.
Oh no, that'd have to be a global thing to clear the CO2.
Yeah.
That'd be all hands on deck, and same with the farm stuff.
Yeah, for sure. I don't know. I'm pretty sure there's like a rating of what country has the worst like fucking smog and nasty shit in the air.
It's got to be. I don't know. That's a good question. I was gonna say either China.
It's got to be
or
China.
India.
I was gonna say India, Russia, fucking.
I think it's one of those like Slavic region countries. Believe it or not, like they have no restriction on air pollution.
Oh shit.
And so they just do mining for really toxic chemical.
Speaking
or
of
toxic,
China,
Yeah.
I have an update on the coronavirus.
Oh god. Don't tell me it's that bat soup
It's
shit.
not confirmed. it goes in line with that, but apparently they say that the coronavirus started because of the human consumption of bats. What are the animals? Possums, cats.
I don't know. Any disgusting fucking thing. Probably.
But I mean, listen, I'm uneducated on this topic. Okay, I don't know shit about viruses,
Yeah.
but that makes the most sense.
It honestly does. I mean, think about it. If it's something new, and it's not normal to
Yeah.
do,
And people are doing
and
crazy
it's easy
shit.
to kind of just like give it to other people, which is just human contact.
It's insane.
Yeah,
It's absolutely insane.
Fucking gross, dude. Bat soup, dude. Mm.
Did you see the picture of the bat too? Is just chilling, like
just
laid back.
chilling. It's fucking dead as fuck, dude.
Wait, did we actually get a virus from a bat?
Well, that's what we're saying.
Now
So-
that's one theory. The other theory that I've seen is that it was from a snake in one of like the fish markets or some shit.
Yeah.
Because I was gonna say, have you seen that movie Contagion?
Contagion? Is that from
Okay.
bats?
I don't remember.
It's probably like one of those zombie.
Spoiler warning.
Yeah.
The disease spreads from a bat pooping in pig food, and then the pig got cooked at a restaurant.
Oh god.
That was how the virus was spread.
Oh my god. This is not too far off, dude.
Wow.
Wow.
That's really funny.
Jesus, dude.
That's terrifying.
Well, it's killed 26 people as of today.
Oh, I heard
it's gone up.
41 in
Yeah.
China.
41 in China?
Just
it
in
says
China
26 in China, but
Who are you reading? What's your source?
my source.
My source is Twitter, bitch.
I'm reading off The Sun. It's the most recently updated one. But
Recently,
that doesn't mean shit, right?
I don't know. You never know.
You never know. That's the
It's
thing.
so hard to find like a good fact center.
Yeah.
It feels like everything's biased. Even like PolitiFact, sometimes you're like, is it right though?
I don't know. Is our president Trump?
I don't even think you can remove human bias from what we do. Can you?
I know that lawyers are good at that, but
But even they have a bias. Because they're
No,
human beings.
because their bias is money.
You are a human being. That's the thing. And so I feel like it just comes in percentages.
Maybe
So there's no way. Sometimes you can probably just subconsciously be biased.
maybe intuition is the only thing that's not biased.
No, it's absolutely biased.
Yeah,
Your
intuition has to be. Yeah, dude.
Because when I
intuition
think-
has to be completely biased.
Yeah, because it's going to be based on like your childhood experiences
Yeah.
and whatnot. So
When
it's
I think-
100% going to be biased.
Here's the thing. When I think of intuition, I think of something like a higher order energy that
It's an in-
transcends human beings.
Yeah, an internal energy that just it's whatever the gut is. Whatever that gut feeling is, that's your intuition or whatever.
According to Zaidke Dahaj, there's actually more neurons in your gut than there are in your brain.
There actually are. Fact check.
So when you
Oh,
have
damn.
when you have a gut feeling, that literally means something.
The
That's
gut
actually
and the
fucking
brain
crazy.
are directly connected to each other, and that's
Yeah.
that's new science.
That's actually very
So
true.
is your brain and the rest of your body by coincidence.
Think about it, dude. I had severe heartburn and the walls of my stomach got burnt off by acid, and because of acid imbalancement, actually. So I had GERD
Jesus.
for a while,
You had
and
GERD?
I had it because of stress. Dude,
Yeah.
I was always anxious and fucking
Straight up.
stressed out, and my body, the way my body reacted was through my gut, which was fucking insane.
You want to know something crazy?
Yeah.
One of my old roommates had the same shit.
Mhm.
He was super stressed and very depressed
Yeah.
for years. And he had like 4 or 5 ulcers, like just poke out through
Yeah.
the lining
Oh, yeah.
of his abdomen.
Oh yeah.
And he was like fucking 18 years old. I'm like, dude, what's going on in your life?
What are you stressed about?
And then I realized, I'm like,
Straight
it's
up.
probably just, the chemical imbalance.
Mhm.
Something's not working right. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
it's an acid imbalancement, and it's just like you're fucked when the acid if you don't get just get it early. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So if you don't find out early, it sucks. But then after that, the acid just kind of disperses up into the esophagus, and it burns through the stomach wall or the esophagus wall, whatever closes.
Isn't that just
whatever
acid,
shuts and
isn't
opens?
that acid reflux?
It is. It's very severe acid reflux.
Oh.
Actually, that's what GERD is pretty much. Except now your whole abdomen is pretty much working to fix the walls, so you're in a lot of pain.
Wow.
You're in a lot of pain from the right, center, and left, and it fucking sucks. And you can't eat, but whatever. There's
And
a solution for it.
We already know too that food directly impacts your mood.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just another piece of the puzzle, or a piece of the evidence for people who doubt that their mind and
Yeah.
guts are connected.
Yeah, think about it. The way to fix it, you can actually fix it without pills. And it's basically eating the blandest shit you can think of, which is just standard healthy food. That means
Which is
no
actually
oils.
not bland.
Yeah, no spiciness, no spices, no,
No
salt,
oils.
no balls, no Epstein, no fuck.
No soy sauce.
Does that mean unlimited steaks?
No bats for sure. That's what I'm trying to say. But shout out coronavirus. But yeah, man. There's a solution for everything.
Very true.
Look, I live by one rule, and it's nothing's impossible unless proven. Boom, son. Just think about that.
Nothing's impossible unless proven.
I live by one rule,
Yeah.
and that rule is that I've got 5 rules. Those rules.
And those 5 rules have 5 other rules.
Oh, shit.
It's 5 squared rule.
Damn, dude.
But actually, let me get to this important thing here.
Sure.
So this morning I put up a question thingy or sticker.
Answers.
A question.
We have 2 questions, all right?
So you requested questions from
Exactly.
From viewers.
From viewers.
From viewers like
Exactly.
you. Thank you.
Now, we'll all make our turns here, but let me ask you, Logan.
Okay.
Here's the first question.
Yes.
Why did you create/start this podcast?
Who asked, might I add?
This is from our buddy Yusuf.
All right. What's the Instagram handle, just so I can give him a shout out?
Yes, sir.
Which one is it?
4th one.
That is Yusuf _ how do you...
Ghanem.
Thank you. 94. Shout out to him on Instagram. Why did we start the 2 a.m. podcast? Well, I've been listening to podcasts for years now, probably since I was like 16 or 17, and I'm now 21. And I've just always had kind of like a desire to do radio when I was young, just like talking on it. And then I did a radio show in my college.
Ever since you were young?
Yeah, I just always I always thought it would be fun to be like a sports announcer.
That's cool.
Even though I'm not into sports. Like just a horrible career path for sports. For me.
EA Sports. It's in the game.
I wanted to do that, but I did a radio show in my college, and like it got rated really highly. Like it won Best New Show, and like I did really well with all that stuff. And so I was like, you know what? I feel like a podcast with like me and some 2 like really good buddies would be a good time. Started talking to Zayd about it. Zayd was like, yo, I got a boy Saeed.
Hell
He's
yeah.
like, let's get it running.
We met at
That's
Panini
down.
Cafe.
I think it was
From
just
there-
timing, dude. Because
It was
I was talking to
perfect
Zayd, and I was
timing.
like, bro, I really want to start a podcast. Like, I'm down to have you.
Yeah.
And he's like, dude, that's perfect. I know this dude. So it was like, it went both ways, but Zayd was the middleman. You know what I
I
mean?
automatically knew you two would get along.
That's down as hell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You just have that initial like feeling like, oh yeah, this is gonna click.
Oh, yeah.
For sure. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Don't even worry about it, bro. I got you, dog.
Don't trip.
How about you?
Don't even trip. Huh?
What about you?
Oh, what about me? What got me to want to start a podcast?
Yes.
Well, it gives me the time to be social without really being social because I don't have much time. I'm in the
Great
part of my
answer.
life where I'd rather just be working all the time and things like that. So, and me as a person, I just like to talk,
Makes 2 of us.
And yeah, dude, it's just, it's a down ass time, It's cool to always just like not really be prepared to talk, but just talk anyway. Because it's kind of like your mind just letting go of things, thoughts and things like that. And it's a way to just speak your thoughts. But at the
100%.
same time, I am very into media and comedy and all this stuff, and I just wanted to do something similar to the podcasts that I've been listening to for a couple of years now. You know what I mean? Listening to all these podcasts just gets you to be like, man, I could do this.
Exactly.
I know the Two Perfect People, for example. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
It's just it's kind of cool to just sit down and unwind once a week and just talk to two nice ass homies, bro.
Yeah, it's like it's working without working.
Exactly.
That's
It's
what I
not
like.
That's
really
the
work,
perfect way
but
to
it's just
describe
like
it.
you're getting work done somehow.
Yeah,
And it is very much something I love and very much something I look forward to every fucking week.
Straight up.
I'm just excited to be able to answer your question, Yusuf. Like
Yeah.
this
Yes,
is
sir.
so you don't understand how cool it is to have people like write in and just ask out of curiosity. It's very fun for me. And Zaid, what's your answer?
Yeah, Zaid?
I would say, well, I'm on the same page with Logan. I'm on the same page with you, of course, as well.
Mm.
But I started listening from an early age. I don't know when, like 17, 18. There was a point in time during my life where I would basically stay inside almost the whole day and just listen to podcasts.
Yeah.
Like 7, 8, 9, 10 a day. Like insanity.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, but yeah.
But yeah, I've always been interested in the deeper things and like discussing the deeper things as well. So this platform definitely gives me that opportunity. I can express my own views, and I can connect with like-minded people who are able to do the same.
Mm.
It's beautiful.
Yeah, it's a beautiful ass little process, dude.
Hell yeah,
it's
man.
fun.
It is. It's really
Love
fun.
it. Do we have any more questions? I thought
That's
you said there was
good.
one
Well, I
more.
hope
Yeah,
that
there's
answers
one
your
more.
question, Yusuf.
Yeah, I hope we got to the bottom of it for you.
Yeah.
So this one is from Ammar Dalati21 on Instagram.
Oh,
Okay.
that guy.
Arabic finesse. What's something you never do based on principle? So this one's going to get you thinking.
Ooh.
There's a lot of things I don't do based on principle.
Just name one.
This is one that I know Zaid's gonna laugh at me at. I come to a complete stop at stop signs because that's what the law says you should do. I don't care what the person in front of me did. I stop completely. I don't roll through that.
Well, I'm on the other side of the equation here. Okay. Everyone in California does a California roller.
Mhm.
There's a reason why they call it the California roller. Now, I won't speed through a stop sign like a maniac, but I'll push my boundaries there.
Sorry, this is something you do based on principle?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have one?
Something I do based on principle?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
What's a way to narrow that question down?
I mean,
It's so
I
broad.
don't know.
No, that's an excellent question. You could say anything. That's the best kind of question to ask us.
What I'm thinking of is like when you're turning into a shopping center and you yell at people that don't use their fucking signal, but you do anyway. But you don't. You do the same fucking shit. You know what I mean? Like, isn't that
100%.
That's really fucking stupid of us if you really think about it.
I'm laughing because you should
Go
have seen
into-
me an hour ago.
Coming in hot. Yeah.
Oh, this is one. If I'm crossing the street at like a crosswalk, do not look at your phone.
100%.
For the love of God, this is my PSA for the. That's my
Yeah.
new segment. PSA for the day. PSA of the day.
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're at a crosswalk, put your phone down and look, because there's vehicles that weigh 100 times what you weigh flying at you.
This is true. 100%.
Yeah. Sorry, not 100, 10 times what you weigh flying at you. And you know what? They don't think like you do. The person who's driving them thinks for them, and sometimes they can't control themselves. They're speeding, they're being an asshole, whatever. You don't need to die because somebody was being stupid. So for the love of God, put your phone down and look up and look both ways before you cross.
I think
the
we've
street.
all been guilty of this.
Literally.
Isn't it funny how we all just naturally gravitated towards like driving in streets?
Yeah, because I feel like it's just easy to think about because it's what we do the most every fucking day.
Very. Yeah.
I feel like the majority of my time is probably spent traveling
Yeah.
on a daily basis, other than like sleeping.
Mm-hmm.
Like most of it's being in my car.
I mean, I think people said that, or Californians by the end of their lifetime, which is, you know, somewhere around past 65.
Which is soon. No, I'm kidding.
Which is soon. Which could be tomorrow. But no. It could just be, I think it was somewhere around you lose 3 years of your life or some shit. Just traveling.
Something like that.
I thought it would have been more than that.
In
I don't
LA?
know.
In California?
In LA, California. It's SoCal.
It has to be more.
I mean,
feel like-
but still, that's a lot.
I feel
to
like
really
it's
think about it.
Too much.
I feel
yeah.
like if it's SoCal, it's more, but if it's LA, I could see 3 years.
Yeah, but that's 3 years. So you're thinking about the weeks, days, and even hours.
Yeah.
So 3 years is a lot.
Yes. I mean, relatively speaking.
Yeah, because you're thinking about just 3 years rather than fucking
You don't think about
875
how,
weeks or some shit.
You don't think about how many things you can do within that 3 years.
Exactly.
Which is a lot.
Exactly. So day to day, you could be wasting 2 hours,
And you know,
but it builds up.
you know what? It isn't a waste of time if you listen to the 2 a.m. podcast as you're rolling down the
that's
street,
for sure.
baby.
That's what we're helping you through that traffic. Know what I'm saying? Hey, for all the people driving on the 91, good luck. I love
Yeah,
you.
for real. It's gonna be us in about 20
That freeway is
minutes.
very
Yeah.
interesting. But for my answer, I would say opening the door for people.
Yes,
That's-
that's a great one.
That is something that I've always been doing because naturally you understand that it's the right thing to do. It's just
Yeah.
proper.
Very
I think
true.
a lot of people have lost that.
Yeah, saying thank you and you're welcome, all that stuff. Excuse me, that kind of
Thank
stuff.
you and you're welcome has really fallen off as of late. I've kind of noticed. Like I was at the
Really?
Apple store earlier today.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, and I was just looking at the guy and I'm like, oh thanks man, and he just gave me the old, like the old
Like,
little
what the
like
hell?
twitch of the head and then.
Well, he
and
could
then
have
he
just
walked
I
off.
don't know.
Bro.
Yeah, I don't get that. That should just be like that should just roll off your tongue. Oh, you're welcome,
Yeah.
man. You know?
Yeah,
I don't know.
I had another guy say cool to me.
Cool.
After I said thank you.
The hell?
I'm like thank you, and he was like, oh cool.
How do you get to that point?
Cool. All right, dude.
I think that might be one of my favorite responses. He's like, oh cool, I'm glad I could help.
Yeah. I mean, honestly, I'd rather get an instead of a fucking cool for sure.
I think I'd rather get a cool.
No, I'd rather get an because I don't know. That guy could be dyslexic.
You never know.
You're welcome.
The best response would be, I know.
I know. Thank you. Damn right you are.
Should be.
What the fuck?
The best
Didn't
response.
know this guy was a badass.
Oh
The
shit.
best one is you're privileged.
Thank you.
You're privileged?
You're privileged. What?
You're privileged. What the fuck?
No, are you talking about at Chick-fil-A?
No, I'm trying. The whole point is to confuse them.
Just got real quiet over here. And that's
Fried.
why-
Okay. I can admit that's a fried moment.
Yeah.
This is why we need one of the sound triggering
Yeah.
things, just for the
Just
crickets to
fucking
come in
crickets.
after that.
I'm down, dude. Well, that'll be coming soon as well.
Of course.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that was the last question.
Yeah.
Oh,
That was a good one.
damn.
I like that.
What were you
bad,
about to
not
go
bad.
off on?
Yeah, hope that answered your question, Omar.
I wasn't really about to go off on anything. I was just doing a time check.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're sitting at 30 minutes, I believe. 35 minutes.
And I
beautiful.
assume
So
the
we're plenty of time.
We're good. We're good.
I assume the more episodes we have, eventually we'll do a whole. Once we grow an audience,
Mhm.
more of an audience, we'll get a whole episode full of listener Q&As.
Oh yeah, for sure. We'll have way more. We're gonna have to like select questions at that point.
Yeah, which is cool.
Hopefully.
Like we'll
get
read them
there.
all. Don't worry, because
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have to select them anyway.
For sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It's been a. Should we do a? We should make a segment called Trump Watch.
Trump watch.
Yeah.
About what he does?
Yeah, just about what, like, just some shit that he did today. Like, how's the impeachment shit going?
Pull something up on Trump. We need to
Did
see
he
something.
did he get pushed through to the Senate yet, or is that even
I
happening?
think they're
or
just-
did they already drop it? Because I haven't heard anything about it in a long time.
No, they're still discussing it.
Really?
They're in
You
the
think
trial
he's gonna
phase.
get pulled? I don't think he's gonna get pulled.
Donald
I don't
Trump
know.
defense team argues that impeachment process set out in Constitution is unconstitutional. Dun dun dun.
Wait, so set out in Constitution is what?
Is unconstitutional.
Of course he would defend himself like
Yeah,
that.
of course. Coming out with the pledge, dude.
It's fucking Donald J. Trump. What do you expect?
Hell yeah.
That name screams money.
Isn't it amazing
best-
how he has all this energy to
Yeah.
do everything?
Are you about to go there right now?
I'm about to go there right now.
Are you talking about the potential amphetamine use
Yes.
by the president of the United States?
Oh my god, dude.
Which, by the way, if you want to get technical, people give him shit for that. He's not the only president to ever do that. And by the way, it's all accusations. It's not a fact. But a lot of presidents in previous history had used some form of stimulant one way or another. And I'm talking about greater than coffee, obviously.
Yeah.
Without a doubt. Without a doubt.
Shit, man.
How the fuck?
Well, that's the thing, is that their defense lawyers know. And they're just hoping that we don't know.
Yeah.
They're trying to defend with every little fucking bit of power, dude.
Dude, like, could you imagine?
And it's like, calm down, we know, you know?
Like, we live here.
Yeah.
You know, and we can look around and obviously point out like little issues in our community and stuff like that. But could you imagine running this place? Like
No way.
You're basically sitting on top. Like it's not supposed to be viewed that way.
Yeah.
As a public, but you're basically like the centerpiece for the entire nation.
Yeah.
One way or another.
Just think about his schedule. His daily schedule.
Doesn't he wake up at like 10 or some shit?
I mean, he probably
I've
has
heard
some more
some-
leeway.
I've heard some stories on like CNN and MSNBC and stuff like
Oh
that.
my gosh.
Where it's like they try to make him sound like it was the most childish ass like way to wake up and be a president. Like he wakes up and he checks Twitter for like 2 hours a day. I'm like, what is he, like 17? What?
I wouldn't be surprised. He eats fast food.
Well, he said something really stupid the other day.
What was that?
He said that brain injuries from Iranian attacks are not very serious, and people are hella offended.
I'm sorry, can you elaborate? What the fuck? Like, so if I get attacked,
there's, like,
if I get hit in the head by a baseball bat by an Iranian dude, it's not that serious? What does he mean?
No. He's saying that, groups of veterans are coming out saying that they're offended at the comment that he made, saying that the Iranian attacks are not very serious. So brain injuries from Iranian attacks are not very serious. That's what he's saying. So like trauma, I guess.
So basically he's
And
telling
PTSD and
veterans to
shit.
fuck off.
Yeah,
Yeah.
pretty much.
Wow, that's rare from him.
Yep, but it was said and done, I guess. And
I wonder if that's out of context, though. Like, you say that and it sounds bad, but what was he talking about beforehand? Was it a specific incident?
Yeah,
well,
you do.
that's
you do
the
have
thing
to
we
think
don't
about
know.
that.
That's something we'd have to watch and find out for ourselves. But
Yeah.
What would you classify him, personality-wise?
a celebrity.
No. Like
What?
the technical term. Like,
Oh,
is he
technical term for-
like a narcissist / whatever?
Fuck, dude.
Yeah, probably.
I feel like there's
I would
another term.
I would assume he has to be a narcissist.
I
mean,
feel like he's a sociopath. That's how I would describe it. for sure.
Sociopath.
Sociopath. Everything he does and says and just looks, it's just sociopathic. For sure.
that's
Yeah.
possible.
Like, there's not a bit of love in him or hate or anything. He's just a very mindless fucking...
Indifferent.
I don't think he's
indifferent.
mindless, dude.
I don't
You
know,
You
dude.
know what I think he is?
He has... Well, by mindless, I mean emotionless.
Yes. I actually don't.
Emotionless decision-making.
I don't
for
think
sure.
he's emotionless. You know what I think it is? I think he wants. I think my dad said this to me. I can't remember if it was him or somebody else, but they described it to me as he needs to have everyone in the room like him all the time. And the only people he needs to like him, and this is where I'm adding my spin on it, are the people that get him things. So that they're sociopathic, but I don't think he's a full-blown sociopath because he still craves the he still like craves the affection in a way, if that makes any sense. Like he just wants to have a good time.
Yeah, well, I feel like that is a sociopathic quality because you want the attention only when you want it.
Any quality taken to the extreme is like...
So like let me elaborate
Okay.
here. Sociopaths, they tend to be rather emotionless when they're by themselves or not like necessarily with people that matter per se. One of my really good friends goes to like I think it's George Washington University. I don't remember, or American University, whatever it is.
Yeah.
Over in Washington D.C. And one of his best friends is Trump's caddy
What the hell?
at the golf course they have in Washington D.C. that Trump built. He's his
Wow.
caddy, and he was saying he's the funniest motherfucker you have ever met in your life.
I can see that.
He's like, that dude, he's like, he just doesn't stop. He's like, he doesn't, it's nonstop just bombardment of comedy for the entire time you're with
I can
him.
fucking see that.
He's like, it's nothing but a good time.
I think we'd love that guy, honestly.
Like, I feel like he's, outside of a business standpoint, like, probably a really funny dude to be around. I bet you he's like, just like, you're really crotchety, not crotchety, but like, you're really just batshit uncle.
Yeah.
Like, who doesn't give a shit about what he says or how people think about him.
Look at
my
his
God.
mannerisms. His mannerisms are a meme. Like, even in the political realm.
Yeah.
Imagine him on a personal level, like...
That's true. That's very true.
I do think he deeply cares about what other people think about him, which is why he flip-flops so much on a lot of shit.
Yeah. But in my opinion, that's just a very shitty fucking characteristic.
Oh, yeah, it's
Oh,
horrible.
yeah,
It's stemmed from a really, like, fragile place.
Yeah, yeah. It's a very fragile, insecure fucking
Wasn't
place,
his father
you know?
abusive as well?
I don't know about that.
Shout out abusive.
Shout out.
Shout out a small loan of $1 million.
I do remember hearing that I think his dad was abusive.
I mean, it's not too far off, honestly.
Yeah.
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Know what I'm saying?
What are you gonna do, boy?
Boy.
Yo, we get Trump on the podcast.
That'd be funny.
That'd be really funny.
Dude, he's gonna be like, I heard you guys' episode about China, and then I'm gonna be like,
About
fuck.
China.
But China.
We need to get a video of Donald J. Trump taking a hit off of the puff bar.
Out of what?
Out of the puff bar.
I don't know. I just want to do a podcast with him, but like with no cameras rolling, and then we can talk about it afterwards.
Yeah.
That would
Like-
make it much more of a story.
We'll just have it with CCTV footage.
Yeah.
That'd be funny.
Like I feel like he'd be a really funny guy. You know, you don't necessarily agree with everything he says.
Yeah,
or a
but
good
you
amount.
laugh it off and just take it in anyway. and
Yeah,
then-
I feel like he's just really fucking funny. Cause you got to admit, he is funny. Dude, he posted a photo.
yeah, dude, if he wasn't a president, dude, he would be funny.
Dude, when Greenland talked shit or something, and then he posted that photo of Trump Tower.
Yeah. Literally.
Just in the middle of
His fucking
beautiful
Twitter account is something else.
green.
His Twitter account's something
He
else.
posted a photo of his face photoshopped onto a bodybuilder.
So stupid.
Dude, that's our fucking president.
Yeah, that's our fucking president. That's the thing, is that we want a president. We don't want a fucking comedian. You know what I mean?
No,
Hey, at least
I see.
he's like upfront about everything he does, though.
Well, yeah, he
Like,
is.
let's be real. He's very upfront about
Yes,
almost
he's
everything.
straight
he
up
does.
as fuck.
Yeah, which is kind of nice.
Yeah,
because
it
like
is,
if
because
Hillary
you know
was-
he's not. Well, it's not that we know he's not hiding anything, but it's just like, it's more like, okay, he is doing some obscene shit
yeah,
right in front of us.
Like it's blatant.
Yeah.
We can completely call him on it.
Yeah, but that could also be scary because that
Meanwhile,
could be if this is fucking crazy shit that he's doing in front of us, what could he be hiding? Dun dun dun.
I think an
I mean-
important thing to understand is like a lot of people don't get this, or they might get it at the surface level, but they don't embody it.
Yeah.
Every person has two sides to them, even more than that, really. But you know, Hitler had a terrible side, an evil side,
Oh Jesus.
and
Oh Jesus.
there are also some qualities that are probably decent in that respect. Like every human being has multiple sides to them. It's all a matter of cause and effect. It's all a matter of family upbringing, so on and so forth. So it's not necessarily that. Of course, I'm not saying Hitler is good or fucking benevolent or anything like that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, he
it's
is.
complicated. It's
Yeah.
much more complicated.
Yeah. No. It is way more complicated than it seems, obviously. But yeah, there's just too much crazy shit going on.
Speaking
we
of
could
crazy,
also-
speaking of crazy shit.
Yeah.
I was watching, like, I was going down like a little bit of a rabbit hole last night
Ooh, on the internet?
on the internet. One of the best places to go down a rabbit hole. I was on YouTube, and I was watching videos about. Do you know what enchroma glasses are?
In chroma?
Yes.
No.
So they're the glasses that people get that restore color blindness,
Oh, okay.
but like back to full vision. It only restores like certain types of color blindness because there's like
Yeah.
a big amount, and some of them are irreversible
Yeah.
or cannot be fixed by any means. But they do a great job with the ones that they can fix, like a fantastic job. And the videos of people like seeing color for the first time is wild.
I've seen a couple of those. Those
yeah,
are
I've seen a couple of them on Instagram and stuff.
Dude, I was watching one of this old dude. He was probably in his like mid 70s, early 70s.
Yeah.
He had never seen color like properly in his life. It was everything was like gray and kind of like sepia shifted.
yeah.
And then he put the glasses on and immediately just started like bursting into tears.
Yeah.
And he was like, I never knew the sun could look like that. Like, he's just
Wow.
like,
I just
"Jeez."
imagine it like a Skittles commercial, honestly. Just think about that.
I mean, that's
Like
probably
all
how
these
it would
fucking
be.
colors.
Right?
Oh god.
Taste the rainbow.
I didn't know.
But the
I could never tell the difference between M&Ms and Skittles. Fuck.
That's so crazy. Like, imagine
but-
living your life in black and white or
Yeah.
whatever.
It takes a moment to just think about it. What if I couldn't see color?
Yeah.
Like, you would just see different shades of darkness.
one of the best ones, one of my favorite ones, or actually favorite moments from those. And Michael Stevens from Vsauce talked about this in an episode that actually talks about qualia, which is how we all perceive, or we all have different senses, so we all perceive information differently. So technically we don't see the same thing, even though it is the same thing. It's weird. Anyways, in one of the videos, the guy's looking at the balloons that Enchroma gives you when you buy a pack, because they give you like different, like very vibrant balloons.
Yeah.
And he looked at it and he's like, is that purple? Like, he didn't even know.
Wow.
He just always associated, like, with the shade that he had for colorblindness, that, like, that's what purple was.
Yeah.
Like, that variant of gray. And so when he put the glasses on, he looked at it. He's like, is that what, like, purple really looks like?
What the hell? Wait,
what-
so Michael was...
And then Michael, and I would phrase it the same exact way, he said, what a beautiful question. Is that purple?
Damn.
To not even know. And then now you have the knowledge after, and I think that guy was probably in his like late 20s,
What the hell?
like 28 years old.
What is that, epistemology?
What do you mean?
Like figuring something out for yourself and knowing that it's truth with a capital T?
Maybe? I'm not sure.
Not sure.
That blows my mind, though. Just thinking about it.
Right?
Good question. Now, is that purple?
Like, think about trying to describe color to a blind person.
You can't.
Well, no, let's think about this, can you?
I've tried so many times. Just here,
I think
let's take a
it's-
moment of silence and just fucking try to explain it real quick.
I think it's impossible. I think, no, you can't. I don't think you can.
Because you're gonna have to talk about a certain color.
Yeah.
Like, you can't separate language from its description.
There's no words to describe it,
Yeah.
really.
Yeah, I'm
It's-
trying to think about it. I just draw blanks.
Like, you know
It's-
what? Pretend I'm blind. Describe red to me.
I fucking can't.
Now, usually people would associate that with temperature. Like, it would
Yeah.
be hot if
Yeah.
it was red. But if somebody was blind, they
See?
would never know that if something got
This-
super
this-
hot, it would
this-
turn red or white after a while.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking, right?
Yeah.
The only way to explain purple is using other colors. But other colors are still colors. So you can't explain a color.
I was thinking
Verbally.
if you could somehow manage to explain to somebody through math a color spectrum and then use RGB code variants or
Jesus,
the
you went off the deep
or
end.
the
Damn, dude.
what is it, the FF or the FF number or something? I forget what it's called on Photoshop, but you can put in a specific, or is it a hex number? I don't remember. Anyways,
It
there's a
is.
number-
There is color charts that come in like little cubes, which is
That's probably the only way.
the
then, through
scale of
math.
RGB.
Yes.
But again, what is RGB? Red, green, blue.
But what I'm trying to say is, if you could describe that mathematically somehow, which I don't think you
Yeah,
can.
but
But
that
you
you would
can,
have to
'cause-
understand that math as a receiving end.
That's what I'm saying.
God damn, like
Yeah, it's impossible. I think
it is.
unless you can stimulate somebody's brain, because what's his name? How do I for Elon Tusk?
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. If you can stimulate their brain, which is like a project I've heard he's working on, and like you stimulate the right spot, that you can actually like basically create false vision. Because your brain's the computer, and then your eyes are the information receptacle
Receptors.
in a way. and then your eyes take the information for your brain to process it and be like, oh, there's an image. And so if you could just put the image in the head or the information for the image, theoretically you could always see, or you could see something, right?
Well,
It makes
does make
sense.
sense, but I think it's because we can see colors.
I think that's
So
the
it's
only
kinda
way
like-
you can show somebody
Yeah.
that's blind color, but you can't describe it.
Yeah, you can probably show them.
I feel like the moment you discover color as a colorblind person is probably what it feels like to be enlightened.
Yeah.
At least one step closer, right?
Yeah, at least one step closer.
You must be so grateful at that moment.
Did you see
wow.
the video of the guy saying, "I'm not going to cry," and then he proceeds to just bawl like a baby?
No.
I love that.
Is that the old guy? The old bodybuilder dude?
I think so.
Yeah. He stands there and he's like swinging his arms back and forth because he's trying to keep it together. He can't hold it in.
Oh man.
Yeah.
What are some other moments like that that you've experienced that are just like the sweetest moments of life? They're just priceless.
Soldiers coming home videos.
Oh god.
Have you ever seen a soldier? Have you ever seen a kid run into a soldier's arms after the? Dude, try not to get emotional.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Try.
It's automatic.
True.
Yeah.
It's automatic.
Yeah. That's very true.
That's a good one.
What is it?
But like from your own personal experience,
shoot.
if you can think of that.
Honestly, this
I
is a
don't
really
know.
stupid generic answer, but like puppies get me every time. I love
course.
dogs, man. I love
Yeah.
dogs.
They're angels.
Yeah,
They are.
they're
so
they're a
innocent.
gift for sure.
Honestly, anything innocent, to be honest.
Yeah, like a baby. or
Yeah, like a
something.
baby or something.
Oh, I got an example. Every time I get to see my little cousin, I have two little cousins, that like younger. When I say little,
Yeah.
one's a baby, so I can't really like kick it with him.
Yeah.
But the other one, I think, is like 4 or something, 4 or 5. I think he's 4.
Yeah.
Mm.
And he's like being able to use sentences like properly.
Aw.
And he and I have like really funny conversations. Like
I
it's
bet.
weird. Like every time I leave his house, like I'm like, all right, man. Like I say bye to his dad,
Mhm.
and then, or he's not. Sorry, this isn't my little cousin. This is like my cousin's kid. So whatever that would be.
Your second cousin.
Second
or
cousin then.
something like that.
Yeah, something.
yeah.
And so I'm like saying bye to my cousin. I'm like,
Mhm.
all right, man, later. And then the little guy will come around the corner.
Yeah.
He's like, where are you going? His eyes are all wide.
Yeah.
and
Oh my
open. He's like,
God.
where are you going? I'm
Oh, you're
I
like,
gotta
oh,
go. I gotta
God.
go home, buddy.
Yeah.
Like I can't stay. He's like, oh, I thought you were gonna sleep in the tent in my room. He's got like a whole bed set up and then a tent for anybody that wants to sleep over.
Oh,
He's like, I thought you were gonna take the tent.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, I'm gonna go home.
that's so
Gonna
down.
go into my bed, and he's like, okay, well, and then he just runs over and he like hugs me,
Yeah.
and then I start walking away, and he's like, oh, and I'm like, yeah, what's up? And he's like, drive safe.
So you can tell.
I'm like, dude, what are you, my mom?
Yeah. My
Like,
God.
how do you even know how
That's
to say that?
pure-
You're 4.
Yeah. Well, someone taught him that for sure.
Yeah.
But
That's
sure his
so
mom-
yeah,
weird.
honestly, dude, anyone that's innocent, little babies, cousins,
Yeah, those get
Tiny.
that gets to me.
little kids, yeah.
What about you, Zaid?
For me, it's when I square up for a free kick and I bend the ball perfectly to the point where it hits the 90-degree angle in the goal. That's
Yeah.
perfect.
That's
That's
a pretty
sweet.
golden That's a golden
Yeah.
moment right there.
Yeah.
Like when you get an athletic feat or something like that, just like money.
Because here's
Perfectly.
the funny thing, like a lot of the moments when I play soccer, like I'm totally focused on it.
Mhm.
I'm not in the zone all the time, but I'm at the point where I can get to it most of the time. And it's crazy because whenever I pull off like a crazy move or get past people,
Yeah.
I don't remember it that much. It's just like it's like a blur.
Yeah, but there has to be these little moments that just
Oh, for sure.
you'll
That
remember.
just strike your head.
Yeah.
Yeah. You'll never forget them.
That's crazy.
And it's moments like that that we're all trying to strive for. Let's end it on a cheesy note, boys. Thank you for coming
We're
back
so
to the 2 a.m.
cheesy.
podcast. You can find us on Instagram, YouTube, Spotify. Once again, 2 a.m. podcast has been Logan.
Yep.
This has been Zaid.
And this has been Saeed. And,
Thank you once again.
Yeah, thank
You got something
guys.
to say, Saeed?
No, man. I just wanted to say I love you all, and
We love you, babies.
we'll catch you guys.
Catch you next time. Peace.
Later.